Chapter 14, Sweet and Sour. The fucking asshole. Why does he keep commenting on my boyfriend's temper? He can't possibly be that well collected. No one is invincible. I hate Jace and can't wait to get away from him. I wanted to slap Brad, but I wish to do worse to him. Jace deserves a good punch to the face. The billionaire stigma is true. They're too pretentious for their own good. Did he really leave a meeting just to hear me thank him? That's insane. I guess the rich are crazy too. The only glimpse I've ever gotten from the lot was that they were posh and expensive. Now, I can add excessive and mental to the list. Helen returns to the rec room. Where would you like to go next? Outside. I need to get some air. She detects my aggravation. Oh dear. Helen twirls the chair towards the door. He must have said something to upset you. More like, did something to purposely annoy me. Mr. Harrison has that tendency. It's best to deny him the energy. That only enables him to continue. It does. The chair wheels rotate on the blackish floors. But it's a successful deterrent. I'm taken back to the sitting room, to a sliding door indistinguishable from the windows. There's little wind. The calm sea is seized by sun. Rays of light illuminate its ripples. The soundscape is better than any ASMR I've heard. The deck is a car's width, and as long as a track curling around the mansion. There are no other houses around. This place is the only occupant of the beachfront. There are no neighbors. I look left to right, in search of another structure. No, they were bought out, and their estates were demolished. Most of them moved to Dubai. That's a hell of an upgrade. Helen guides me down the tall deck. I'm about to see how far it drops. My estimate is 30 or 40 feet. Once around the bend, the true girth of the estate is revealed. The mansion is a block long and reminds me of the country club. Only it's 10 times more impressive. Are there any errands you require? None that I can think of. I look away from the extravagant surroundings to eye her. Tell me more about you. How long have you worked here? Going on 15 years. Have you ever wanted to punch Jace? Helen sniggers. A few times in the beginning years. But he's less irking now. I guess because of my age. So he's respectful? That's surprising, especially with how he treats women. I'm not proud of his appetite, or how he treats a fresh face. When the assistant was hired, I immediately knew she'd be one of his tallies. That's sad. I feel bad for any woman in his vicinity. Even you, he has no boundaries. I assure you, if Mr. Harrison passed a hit at me, I wouldn't be here. I'd be loaded from a lawsuit, sipping tea in Hawaii. Jace prefers girls around your age. That's why he's getting under your skin. He's interested. That's a one-sided interest. You're smart to deny him. It's not worth being in the spotlight as another fling. You can do much better. Way ahead of you. I'll stick with my boyfriend. Good. Don't get tempted by all of this glamour. That's how the other women were railed in. The spotlight. The luxury. Oh, I won't. I'm just admiring. Are you doing the same with his looks? Because that's the main pull. I gaze at the beach and go mute. I feel her eyes surveilling me. Yes, that will be hard to knock. Beautiful men always are. I silently agree with her. Jace's beauty will be hard to fend off. There's a reason I spied on him for a year. He's the most unbelievable being I've ever seen. As much as I hate him right now, I can't deny that fact. I'm still below standards for him. Then again, I'm at his place, and he's concerned about me. Could this be more than his usual flirting? Should I be a fool and consider that it's more? My eyes are spelled by his presence, but Jace isn't made for me. He's not the marrying type. He's a guy meant for a quick fuck and nothing more. Why am I even thinking this? I need to get him out of my head. I text Brad about the ETA and wonder how far they are. This distraction doesn't last long. He asked if I was single. Why? No, Maddie, stop. Jace is a stuck-up whore, a demeaning slimeball, the complete meaning of a used condom. The definition of damaged goods. Delicious, irresistible, damaged goods. I wonder how his lips would feel on mine. My mind visualizes this act, daydreaming about him kissing me. Would it be rough, gentle, or teasing? My gut bakes. No, Maddie, stop! I message Brad again to murder the corrupt thoughts. Me. Then I hit up Lil. Are you guys on the way? Lil. We're at the airport gate. What's up with Brad? He's off. Me. Off how? Lil. His anger is outside his body. Did something happen? Me. Jace happened. Lil. Spill. Me. They argued. Lil. About. Me. Isn't it obvious? Lil. About you? I thumbs up the text. Lil. Telling me everything once I get there. I remain on the deck by myself. Helen slipped away without me noticing. She's probably doing some cleaning. I juggle the idea of both Brad and Jace to work out why I would imagine kissing the one that's not my boyfriend. I'm happy with Brad. I love how he feels and how much affection he gives. But Jace has done this too. He had me airlifted to prolong my life. That's affection. Then the worry he expressed. Enough worry to have me spied on by hospital staff. No, it can't be that. I won't let it be. The billionaire will not take hold of me. He's too different, not just money-wise, but personality-wise. We're the complete opposite. It wouldn't work out. He's a spoiled asshole. Is he a complete asshole, though? A voice from the back of my head contends. Everything he's done gives him some good qualities. Would a complete prick have saved someone's life? My sight plants onto the sand, which creates dust with each wind gust. The muffling noise of the ocean is hectic now, the same as my mind. The silhouette of a jet comes from the east. I break my glance to watch the aircraft near. There's a bittersweetness to the arrival of my clan. I missed them, but I know more drama is to come. Brad won't control his impulses. He's a loose cannon. Telling Lil about their argument will make me question everything. It'll make me wonder if I'm hooked on Jace. The dark jet lowers and shifts its nose. For a second, I believe it's malfunctioning when it soars in my direction. The sleek craft closes in on me. I'm scared, because it seems as if it's about to crash. But the speed slows, and it descends. I'm being overdramatic. The jet lands below the deck. I wish I could stand to see where exactly. Is there a pad below for it? The sound of an opening garage answers my question. Your guests have arrived. I whip around to find Jace, who I didn't hear. I didn't hear his footsteps. Maybe the waves and my thoughts made me deaf. Don't worry. I won't offend your guy again. I'll be elsewhere. I've had his car transported here to make amends. Helen is preparing the guest rooms. Your friends can stay as long as you'd like. The delicacy of his voice astounds me. Thank you, I reply softly, sure to return the same gentle tone. You're welcome, Madison. He shares a kind gaze. Have a wonderful night. Jace's olive eyes pause on mine. I feel he wants to say more, yet doesn't. The delayed departure proves he does. I'm no mind reader, but I know when someone is holding their tongue. He walks back around the looped deck. My lashes flutter rapidly. What was he going to say? I wish to ask this, but I know the ocean will drown out my voice, and I know it will be the wrong thing to do. I'm with Brad. Helen escorts me back to the grand room. Lil jumps from a chair and scurries to hug me. It's nice that you're out of bed. Yeah, you're looking good. Jess embraces me. Brad is by the windows. He doesn't seem to register my entrance. My bestie glances at me, then at him. See? He's being weird. She mumbles slowly. Lil and Jess help Helen hoist me into bed. Once I'm all settled, the maid looks over my friends. What are you all in the mood for? The chef has endless recipes. Something fancy. Surprise us, I respond. Will do. She leaves the room, closing the double doors behind her. The jet lifts past the windows like a giant ninja bug. It's obvious that Jace is inside. He can see us, but we can't see him. The windows are tinted so black that they should be called dark ice. The shiny glass is extreme, so pitch black that it could completely blend into the night sky. No one would spot it. I'm sure the pilot was ordered to fly closer to the room so their king could make a dominant exit. We watch the cigar-shaped jet turn away and sail to the ocean front. The craft blasts off. The engine shrieks like nails on a chalkboard. He said he wouldn't offend Brad, yet he does this? I'm sure that's what he wanted to say on the deck. Jace wanted to imply that he would leave with style. So typical for an asshole. Brad studies the jet. When it passes the viewpoint of the windows, he turns to me. His brown eyes are thick with loathing. We're leaving in the morning. There's an awkward silence. Lil's eyes bounce between us. We've been over this. You need to fucking listen, Brad shouts. I'm sick of your mouth. I shut my trap ... FR, heightened of his sweltering wrath. Okay, this is a problem. I can't order him around. This isn't the Brad I know. It's someone riddled with hostility that could easily switch to violence. He's piping hot and too unpredictable. No, Lil starts. Don't push him, I warn her. No, he's not gonna talk to you like that. Maddie did nothing wrong. She didn't ask to be here. I called that shot. If you want to be pissed at someone, you need to direct it from her to me. Lil steps his way aggressively. Go ahead, get it out. What's your issue? Brad clenches his teeth. You should have never agreed. I blame you for complicating our relationship. Lil laughs. Wow, keep going. This is hilarious. You think it's funny that she's sleeping in another man's bed? A guest bed? You need to chill out. Wow, dude. I heard you two had an argument. Was it that bad? Yes, it was. Jace acts like he owns her. Newsflash, he doesn't. She's being cared for. If that means ownership to you, that's sad. Maddie would have been just as fine with me calling the shots. No, she wouldn't have, Lily ridicules. Maybe you forgot because you spazzed out. Maddie was dying. If she stayed like you wanted, my damn sister would be gone. There's no better outcome than this one. So man the hell up and get your fucking emotions under control. Brad stomps towards her. I move my legs to the side to get up. Jess balls her fists. Lil snatches a vase from an end table and holds it above her head. Try it! She eggs him on, unafraid of him being twice her size. Stop, I shout, stuck in place because my legs are too wobbly to steer. The monitor cheeps up a storm. Brad halts and stares at it, troubled by the speed. Yeah, look at what you're doing. Lil jerks her chin to the monitor. Is that helping your ego? I'm sorry. He apologizes to me. Just go take a walk, please. I meditate on my breathing to slow my heart. Could you do that for me? Brad grimaces at how worked up I am. He gives an apologetic glance before nearing the door. Lil keeps the vase high and throws him a dirty look until he's out of the room. When he's gone, she lowers the vase to her side. What the fuck was that? I cover my face and huff. I don't know. He's too big to have a tantrum. Brad can't handle being outgunned by Jace, so he's taking it out on you. That's a red flag. He just needs time. Jess sympathizes. No, that was out of line. It was, but sometimes you act crazy over people you love. You're telling me if it was reversed, you'd do the same? Lil squabbles. Not to that extent, but I would feel replaced, she explains. Jace is challenging Brad. That's why he's losing it. Someone sits on the bed, but my palms shade everything out. I don't know which of my girls it is. I kind of want to hide in the darkness for comfort. What just happened was unnecessary and embarrassing. Why is Brad acting out like this? Regardless of feeling replaced, he should know Jace. That means nothing to me. Tell us about the argument, Lil demands. I recap everything to my girls. I decided to leave nothing out because I'm confused and could use some advice. I mention how much care Jace gave when I woke up, the close encounter on the bed, the attempt to hook up with me, and how he took over my call with Brad. Oh, damn. He took the phone and said all that? Lil's mouth hangs low. Yeah, Jace started all of this. Why is he fucking with Brad? He can't possibly be bored. Jess shakes her head. Maybe he is. That dude has a set schedule and toy factories. He's not bored. True. That's like saying he's lonely. Why did he come on to you? Knowing you have a boyfriend? I don't know. That's weird of him to do. Lil grimaces. Are we from the same planet? Jessie scoffs. That's not weird, that's hot. Who knew our girl could lure in a billionaire? More like her dream guy. He isn't my dream guy, I snap. Babe, you drooled over him for a year. I know what I want. It's not him. I stew in irritation. Brad is closer to my ideal guy, ... despite his temper. So, you're saying you love him? I stare at Lily, then at my hands. I care about him. Do you love him? Jess repeats Lil's question. because that hot-headedness proves he loves you. I still think it's puppy love. Lil disagrees. She'd know if it was more. I care about him. That's all I can say for now. I think it could lead to love down the line. Brad was perfect before Jace interfered. Helen pushes in a cart of 4 plates of ratatouille and wine. Lil gets up to help her pass out the plates. I can't help it. I'm a waitress. She cracks. It's in the DNA for us. Hel jokes. Where has your other friend gone? Oh, he'll be back soon. I'll hold his plate. Lil brings 2 plates my way. Doesn't she remind you of Joyce? OMG. Lil gazes at her as if she's an exotic animal. Who's that? Jess is lost. Someone who used to work at the club. She retired. I swear Joyce was a baker in her past life. Or a florist. She had that kind of warmth. Helen waves a dismissive hand. Oh, you girls are too kind. You have to be her twin, separated at birth, I joke. Where's your birth certificate? I need to verify. Lil hackles as she hands me 2 glasses of wine. Helen chortles uncontrollably. I haven't laughed this hard in so long. She gives Jess a meal and drink. I needed that. She continues the spurts of laughter on her way out. This time, she doesn't close the door. I think we made her forget how to navigate her job. Well, she's a good audience. Lil titters. Yeah, she is. I smile and dig into the colorful veggie dish. It's sweet, spicy, and moist. Wow. I stab a larger quantity onto my fork and devour it. Oh! Lil and Jess taste the dish and share the same overwhelmed sound effects. I'm gonna need this recipe. Jess munches. Lil exclaims over the explosive flavors. A knock comes from the door. We all look. It's Brad. The embarrassment is solid on his face. He stands in the doorway with his hands clasped together. My boyfriend's eyes are ashamed. I give a slight smirk and hold up his plate. Brad is humiliated by his actions. That's a good thing. He knows it was wrong. He can't snap at me like that. He circles around the bed. Lil surveys him. Her defensiveness returns. I can't blame her. Brad was a threat. I honestly thought he was going to hit her. He sits beside me. I hand him the plate. All better now? Yeah. Sorry. I lost my shit. His voice is low and feeble. Brad addresses this to the 3 of us. I don't know why I did that. Can you guys forgive me? Lil lowers her eyes, judging him. She isn't going to forgive him. Jess nods. We forgive you. Jace is the problem. Not you, I admit. I don't like you being here. I know we've been over this already. I just don't like it. It's only for a few more days. You can stay the night. The bed is big enough. Lily ticks her tongue. You're in no condition for foreplay. We're just going to cuddle, for real this time. Nothing else. Her caramel eyes probe me. I don't put it past you. Pinky swear? I jab at her way. She accepts the truce. Helen comes to collect dining ware. Lil and Jess are ready to retire, so she escorts them to their room. Brad lays back on the elevated bed. I do the same. This is the first time I've shared a bed with a guy. I revel in this new milestone I've unlocked. Our bodies are far away. Brad must be reluctant about hurting me while in this state. I reach out to hold his hand. Come closer. You pinky swore. This is how it started last time. I'm incapable of doing anything. I chuckle. Newsflash, I'm not wearing the bandages for fashion. I'll take heed of what Lil said. Fine. I sulk. I don't want to cuddle anyway. Brad holds my hands and softly massages them. His chestnut eyes have a depth so raw that I stop fussing to analyze it. He's staring at me as if I'm the only thing in the world. His dread of severing this connection is untested. It's a look my mom had whenever I got the flu as a kid. A glimpse of taboo. As if breaking eye contact would cause me to vanish from existence. It's misery and cherishing rolled into one. A bond I don't think I'm ready for. I love you, he declares. I have to respond. I can't go mute like last time. And I adore you. I cringe. Sorry. That's the best I can do right now. Don't hate me. No, that's perfect. Better, actually. His cushiony lips smack against my hands. He tries to kiss me, but I cover my mouth. What? No kissing? My lips need care. I'm sure they're chapped. I don't mind. I haven't had a toothbrush. So, Brad is unbothered. But I'm forgetting how you feel. He slides my hands from over my mouth and dives into me. His lips are rough. The stroking is heavy, so are his breaths. I cup his face and reel him closer. Brad places an arm on each side of me and angles his neck. Our mouths consume each other. I bite his bottom lip. He does the same to mine. His fingers work down my chin and underneath my neck. He glides his hand down to my chest. I grab hold of his wrist when he nears the bandage there. Don't. I know. No sex. He kisses me. I need to touch you. Not while I'm like this, I whisper lifelessly. I peer down at the sticky patches covering my body. Dread and low self-esteem destroys me. I'm hideous. No, you're not. I am. My eyes gloss. Brad smooches the bandages on my head, my chest, then the ones on my arms. I'll do this all night to prove you wrong. I giggle and sob. He continues with the task. Every visible white strip on my body is pressed by his gentle lips. He's sure to be extremely delicate. I love how precious his touch is. Love how he worships me. Brad returns to my mouth to make out aggressively. We grumble, inhale, and exhale in unison.